Hi, Jesse Davis again, back for another FroKnowsPhoto raw edit, number 42. Today we have a really cool picture of a duck, like ducking awesome, man. We're gonna go through some quackery here. I like the colors, the reflections, everything. It's a little bit soft. Probably could use some sharpening. Looks like the shutter speed was a bit too low, maybe. It says here 1/160th, yeah, with a long lens can give you a bit of blur. I don't know if we can sharpen that for the video because you know, I love to complain about my machine. My machine, it's slow. And actually, I had a little video crash. Speaking of that, so this is the original file here. I was just starting to deal with the clippings in the highlights. So I go into my curves tool and just drag it out into the extended range a bit until I don't see any more red blotches with my highlight warnings, which is Option Shift H on a Mac. And I'm doing this in aperture. So I'm gonna bring that up a bit now and see. Yeah, I'm already brightening it a bit. I don't want to go too of a low gamma, so I'm gonna bring those down a bit too. See if there's anything left in the black point. I don't think there will be. Okay, so far we've done not much, except a little bit more contrast on the cheek there. And let's see. I don't like this this thing in the water here on the side, or what looks like might be another duck over there or something like that. I'm just gonna try a crop. I don't want to, like, some of the best ripples are over there too, though, so who knows. But he's pretty centered. Why not put him over a bit? And actually, why not put him in the upper half? Maybe. And, yeah. Who knows? That might improve things. I think so, yeah. Just a little bit smaller. Why not make it a standard crop so we can print it someday? Like a 5x7. Yeah. Well, you know, it was almost a 5x7. Okay, so happy with that for the moment. Let's see what else we can do with the colors, les couleurs. I'm gonna actually bring that back up a bit in the curves tool again, just, yeah, a bit more like that. And I'm gonna add another one lower down. And actually I'm gonna go now look closer in at the normal range, so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. Now, I'm gonna have to curve that down a bit. And deal with my screen refresh. Okay, looking again. Sorry, not the master, but just with curves and without. Oh yeah, a lot more pop already if we toggle the curves on and off. Back on again. Come on now. I demand processing. And I still want a bit more brightness in the face. I'm going to take a look at the highlights and shadows and turn up the shadows a bit. Put it at 15 and see what happens, because it's a processing. So slow. Now I have a spinning beach ball of glory. This is where I cut the video. So with what I've done there, I'm getting this really bright flesh tone in the back that kind of distracts from the duck's tail feathers. So I'll have to bring down for sure. It's a bit better, so maybe this whole curve needs to come down. Alright. Again, we'll toggle that and see if we can stand the processing. And the white balance on this file actually looks pretty good, if not a bit cool. But I don't want to break the greens let's just take a look at the white balance. Right now it's at 5426, and I believe that was probably auto white balance. If it's such a funky number, it is. We'll take a look at the white balance presets. Come on now. I'm going to try out white balance daylight. Oh, and look at what's going to happen here. That's pretty green. Pretty green indeed. So, more red, like 20. That brings it back a little. And less blue, like 6,000. There we go, getting there. You're not going to get the sunlight hitting the duck's face, unfortunately. That would be awesome. But yeah, you see with that white balance change, big improvement in the greens as well as the color of the duck in his cheek. Time to answer the phone. Now that we've gotten rid of the wife, quickly, let's, I'm getting pretty happy with that. So, I think, and again, I don't so much like this shadow, reflection of a flesh tone back there. There's not much we can do about it. He's still a bit blue, though who knows, duck's feathers might be slightly blue. Just go back to extended. Pull this out. I want more micro contrast. That's what I want. I want more definition, which is in enhance in aperture. I'm going to crank that a little bit up to 25, 26. And hell, why not some contrast? I want his eye to pop a little. This is when we drink. So really it's a beautiful file. I don't need to do much to it except correct the highlights, bring up the shadows a slight tiny bit, and fix the white balance, and you've got something beautiful. I mean, most files, if you shoot them well, they come out like that. So, c'est bon. I'm going to select the hue in the iris, and I'm going to boost that a bit brighter with the luminance slider and the color adjustment. Okay, so the last thing to do with this file would be to sharpen it. I don't want a vignette on it. I mean, honestly, we could do some more with the toning in the face, but honestly, not much to do. Just a bit of curves, some white balance. Some common sense about the white balance, because, you know, it's very green. The camera would have read all that green and thought, hey, I see a lot of gray. Let's make it gray. But it's not, it's green. So we had to push the white balance tint way over into the red, much farther than usual, and warm it up quite a lot. I would actually maybe even warm it up a bit more. If we choose the white balance picker and take a look here, it's still much bluer. You know, why not? Let's just hit that on a gray area and see what it does. And see, it really boosts it now. That's too far if you ask me. Though that's a pretty looking duck. I'm going to drop that just a little bit down to 7,500 about. So, you know, he's in shade. He still looks a little blue, but he's a lot redder than he used to be. And there you go. Without the crop, we can just toggle between before and after. So, there was before, and there's after. A lot better, I think. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry again for my computer. I promise I'll buy something new. Yeah, sure. Right after all those lenses.